What is up, chat? Hope you're having a good evening. We're trying something new today. This is kind of a test stream just to make sure everything is working. Just gonna double check my audio here. Sounds like that's working. And what about on YouTube? The good old YouTube. Seems like it's working. Just double checking everything. Yep. All right. So in the past, I've streamed on multiple platforms. I've always streamed on Twitch. That's where I started. And then I started streaming on when Twitch opened up, all streamers being able to, not all, anyone that didn't have an exclusive rights contract, those are all pretty much going away, and definitely not me. But yeah, pretty much everyone can stream where they want to stream now. So I was streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, and I had set up all my stream and everything like that to stream on all three. But honestly, I've had some weird interactions with people on Kick. Nothing to knock the platform, but it's another platform that has. I've found that I have gotten more people coming to my channel on Kick, some more new viewers on Kick, but I've also had a lot more weird interactions on Kick, and people trying to get me to go to their Discord and promising oh, well, we're gonna make you a partner, and just a lot more weird kind of shady stuff going on. And I don't know, the only reason why I started streaming on Kick was to try to reach more audience, but I don't really stream enough to really care at this point, to be quite honest. So as you may notice down below, I've kind of redesigned things again. I'm always tweaking. I do my own graphics and stuff. Everything except for my emotes. And the Jedi Bear logo, I had that professionally done. I'm not that talented. But all my slates and everything, I did all that. So I went ahead and re-tweaked everything, and so now I'm just going to be streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I'm going to drop out from Kick. I don't watch anyone on Kick really. There are a few streamers that I do watch that do multi-stream, and sometimes they'll stream on Twitch and then go over to Kick, but I don't really watch them enough to I only go there if I'm really interested in what they're doing, and they go to Kick, and it's oh, well, they're going to stop streaming on Twitch and I have to watch them on Kick, and in that case it's just I don't know, I don't spend a lot of time there, and I don't want to spend a lot of not even resources, it's not even the right word. It's just I'm so small and I stream so little now that I just want to focus on Twitch. And then obviously I do post videos on YouTube, so I might as well stream to YouTube, since I already have the multi-stream set up for that. And that way my VODs have a place to live for a while, compared to Twitch, which blows them out after I think 30 days. Anyway, so that's kind of the whole thing. I just decided to pare it down a little bit. There's really nothing that Kick has done that's been bad. I just, there's just been a few weird interactions, and my platforms of preference have always been Twitch and YouTube. I don't necessarily like the UI for the YouTube live stream, but as far as watching videos and stuff, I'm on YouTube a lot. YouTube's great. I love YouTube. And then Twitch is where I've been watching almost, I'd say 99% of the streamers that I watch are on Twitch. So that's kind of where I want to focus. And so to make it easier to keep track of everything and not having to have multiple bots and multiple, I kind of redid my whole setup, not my whole setup, but like the way I have things laid out on my monitor. I now have both YouTube and Twitch chat here. I'm not using my multi-chat app anymore, which kind of, because it didn't always work anyway, so it was kind of just, always had to have two chats open just because YouTube didn't always load into it. It was just kind of annoying sometimes, to be honest. So I'm just trying to simplify things a little bit. We're going to focus on two. Down below, we'll have the top donator of the session. So like when I go live, whoever the top donator is, they'll be down here. The most recent one will also be right there. And then Twitch subs, and I can't get YouTube subs or members yet. So right now it's just set up for my most recent, follower or subscriber, I guess, on YouTube. But eventually that will be for members, the most recent member. So we'll have the most recent subscriber from Twitch, the most recent member, the most recent donator, and then the top donator for the day, which honestly is probably not going to change very much. And it might be blank for a lot of the time. I actually have changed this, so it says anonymous $5. That's actually like from months ago. I forget what setting I had it, but I was just trying to make sure the graphics and everything all lined up. So eventually I'll reset that for the top D for the session, and that'll be blank until someone does donate, which doesn't happen very often, which is totally fine. But I want somewhere to kind of, acknowledge those that do, help out. And so I've redesigned things. I had it at one point where I had just, I think it was the recent donator, and then subs from Kick, Twitch, and members for YouTube. So I've kind of redesigned it. This layout here, like point over, this layout around me is basically the same layout. The only difference is I added the kind of rearranged where the icons were, and then for the top D down here, I put my little bulls with the force heart emoji kind of thing as that for that logo. I had the $sign right now for most recent D or donation. I might change that to something that's not like a $sign. Some kind of like icon that donates like or designates like a donation or something like that, or a tip or whatever, without actually being a $sign, because it's like, it's not all about the money, it's, I just feel weird having a $sign up there, like, oh, you're trying to get money. It's like, no, it's like, that's not what I'm all about, I do this for fun. But if someone does donate, I want to acknowledge them. So anyway, yeah, so we've done that. And then for the gaming window, it's kind of the same thing. I've, around here, rearranged it, kind of the same layout. Top D on the left, most recent, and then subs. So yeah, it's simplified. And then I am not really a TikTok guy. I do have a TikTok account. I will occasionally go on there, and there's like a handful of people who I follow. I get probably more dog videos than gaming videos at this point, just because of the algorithm and a few of the videos I've clicked on. But I do have the ability now to, like, if I'm playing in the game, and something, kind of crazy happens, I have the ability now to hotkey a button and get the last minute of gameplay, and it puts my camera on top of it. So that's pretty cool. And I'll probably be, I don't know how often I'll post. You know, really depends on something really crazy happens. But if something really cool happens, or funny, or stupid, or whatever, then I'll be posting that to TikTok. We'll see how that goes. I don't think I have any videos uploaded. I've just kind of watched. You know, like there's a few streamers I follow, and then a couple content creators that I find their content entertaining, and then you know, I think I clicked on like a German Shepherd video and like a Husky video once, and now I get like a crap ton of dog videos. So anyway, but yeah, so that's the update. No more streaming on Kick. Now we're just streaming on YouTube and Twitch. My stream PC can handle the doing all three. I just decided that I didn't want to deal with Kick anymore. I'm never on, like I said, never on that platform, or very rarely on it. And I had a few weird interactions with some people, and it kind of turned me off to that platform. And honestly, there's other stuff that happens on the platform that I'm not, you know, into. It's not my thing. And others like it, so be it, you know. But I just want to make, you know, Twitch my home and YouTube. So that's what we're gonna focus on, and go from there. So that's where we're at. Let's try to. I need to get a. I have not been playing nearly as much, honestly, as I have in the past. I've been kind of taking a break from WoW. I'm kind of burnt out on it. This season has been, what's the word? Not great. It's just so repetitive doing content we've already done. Most of my guild has stopped playing. Not stopped playing, but like back in the day, we had like freaking, you know, 25 to 30, 40. Even like there were times where there was like 60 people online way back in the day. But when we had 2 raid teams, actually we had 3 at one point. But like just people that I play with, they're all off doing other things. There's what's the remixes going on. There's classic going on. You know, I had a whole like mythic team, and we were running mythics at the start of the season pretty hard. And then everyone, when remix came out, everyone went off and did that, and like no one, we really haven't grouped up much since then. The raid team has really struggled to get a consistent. Oh, shit, I'm in the wrong. Maybe they'll summon me. I'm gonna try to get there real quick without having used my hearth. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right, let's see how this goes. Food buff, drink, retribution aura. See which way they want to go. Bro. Oh, and that's healing on my DPS meters chat. I was trying out Holy earlier. F it. I'll worry about it later. I'm sitting there and I was like, why was I so low on damage? And then I realized, oh, wait. I forgot about bursting. That's why we're taking so much damage. Why did nobody else stun that guy? Bro, what? It will not let me switch. It's so annoying. What the hell killed me? All right, well, we got the damage up now. You can see why I was scared when I saw my DPS meter, or it was my healing meter, but when I saw the meter, I was like, wait, 50k, what am I doing wrong? Do I have my holy weapon on? Or like, I was like, it just didn't compute. I am a little squishier now because I ended up getting the cloak this time around. I was debating whether to get the cloak or whether to get the single target trinket. But honestly, because the guild is not really raiding, and we might be done raiding Um, I was just like, all right, so be it. I'm gonna stick with single target. Bro, you gotta go. Ugh. Like, come on, you can't just stand there and watch this thing going right past you. I despise this part of this map. I don't have a CC left. Oh, well, that's a new one. I think storming might be one of my least favorite affixes as a melee. I wish it didn't say CC if your CC was on cooldown, you know what I mean? I'm planning on wasting my Avenging Wrath right now. We're so close. I wish you didn't pull that pack so quickly because I was going to fly up and initiate the RP. I lose my 5 stacks. Yeah, a couple of these people don't know how to do this fight. What you want to do is you want to stack on the tank. Bro, we need... But we do still need percentage. It's 94, I thought. Unless they changed it. We'll not get hit by that. Bro. Why? Don't waste... Come on, people. So we're at 92. And now I lose my stack, so we had to res somebody. That's how you can tell these guys don't know what they're doing. Or at least not familiar with this instance, because... We're not timing this chat. So you can tell these guys don't know what they're doing because... there's a spot on the map that you need to go to in order to avoid his charge, and he hits a rock. And nobody else went there. And then this lazy ass isn't rezzing. We waste more time. See, now he's doing it right. You go here. So when he does the spear, yep, see, like that, and he'll charge, and he can't hit the guy. Like, why was I the only one interrupting there? All right, we'll time it. Well, we still have percentage. See? And these guys are a pain in the ass. I'd much rather get percentage back at the before we come over. Bro! This dude. At this point, I'm saving my res for the tank. Or the healer. Where are you going? How about next time when oh, bro. Next time when 2 raid members say, hey, we need more percentage, and you're like, no, we only need X number. At least we timed it. Let's see if we get our neck, chat. We've been trying to get this neck forever. Oh, someone already got loot. And nothing. Womp wah. See if anyone else gets it. Bruh. And I can't even freaking leave the dungeon. Like, don't make a portal and then instantly leave the group, chat. Because you just strand your entire team. And it was the, I think it was the mage, the one who was kept dying? No, it was priest is the one who got the loot. Pretty sure that's the neck I've been going for. We'll see if he replies. Probably not. I'm curious, chat. I want to go back and look at something real quick. All right, he needs the neck. All right, he needs the neck. All right, that's cool. He said it's his best in slot. Oh, good. The mage was the one that kept dying, I'm pretty sure. So, anyway, we got that done. All right, vault. That was a 9. So we at least have 3 slots now so we can get double sockets if this ends up being nothing. At this point, I'm not like running a ton of mythics just because I'm so like over the season. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. And I'm gonna throw some food in the microwave real quick. Oh, and no stream tomorrow night, chat, because I have to work, unfortunately. We had someone quit. Not quit, but kind of have to leave at work and open up a slot, and now they're scrambling trying to fill weekends, so I might have to work some weekends occasionally here and there while they replace that person. So no streaming tomorrow night, but unfortunately I'm gonna miss the raid too, so if we have one. I haven't even seen a poll go out yet, so I'm supposed to be having a poll that's gonna answer questions about that, but I haven't seen it. So anyway, be right back, chat. Oh, you haven't heard any of the game audio, have you? Rip. I had it muted. I'll be right back. You should hear it now. Food is in the microwave. I'm reheating it. So, I don't know what I want to do now. I'm half tempted to play Fortnite. Not sure that's going to happen. Actually, I think it might. So basically, normally, most seasons, I would max out my entire vault. Here's the thing. We're not really raiding right now. Or our raiding is about to... Okay, there was an announcement. Okay. We do have a form. All right. Right. So the guild leader or raid leader did put out a form. All right, we'll be interested to see how this plays out. All right, food is ready. Right back, chat. Actually, what's the collection? Oh, that's right. I got that from traders with Trader's Tender. Forgot. All right, right back, chat. Nothing like a little homemade Chipotle. I'm sorry you guys didn't have gameplay audio. That's unfortunate. I had muted it to start the stream. I need to, like, remember to unmute that channel. It's not the first time I've done it, chat. I also want to, like, change the angle of my microphone. Maybe, like, bring it in from the side. Although with how low it is, it's just, like, in the way when I'm typing. Or maybe kind of bring it straight out. I wonder if I could put it in a way so that it's like I have a little gap over here underneath where my microphone or my camera is set up. I wonder if I could rotate it so that it's out of the way and down. It does work. So I could do that in theory. Move it to the back of the desk. And then just fold it up and underneath the monitor when I'm not using it. And then it would move it a little bit further away from my face though. But it would come out over the keyboard and then up. Although I do kind of like having it off to the side like this because it's not necessarily blocking the main monitor. Whereas if it came up, it might... I don't know. We'll see. I think the ideal place would be to have it over here and maybe at an angle where, you know, because when I'm gaming, I don't know. Maybe it's in the perfect spot, actually. I just gotta, when I'm eating, you know, kind of get it out of the way. That's actually not so bad. And that way when I'm eating, it's like I can actually see my food and not have the mic get in the way of me trying to stir it up or... Anyway. But yeah. Homemade Chipotle bowl. I learned this recipe off of YouTube. Another reason why I love YouTube, because there's so many great things on there. But this is now one of my favorite dinners. It's healthy, it's about 600 calories, a lot of protein. Nothing really bad in it. The rice is like the worst part. I mean, not nothing, but you know, there are a lot worse things. All right. At least we have something for Vault. What character? Did I run other characters this week through anything? Did I do the world boss in this character? I think I did. This week, I believe, is Emerald Dream. Yeah, I did. Okay. What about... Actually, you know what? I'm going to run one more Mythic. Because that will cap me on... Not cap me, but it gives me my crest so I can craft my belt that has my flavor pocket on it. Or I could just wait and do it next week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I can do is jump into Remix and level my Paladin a little bit more. There we go. Let's get the daily quest here.
Looking for something special? Gold and peace. What do you want? Do not share what I have said.
Seek the truth.
Let me actually update the let me update my all right, that is updated. And then give me a second here, chat. I'm gonna full cam. So I gotta all right, those are now updated. So in theory, yep, cool. All right. Let's jump back over here. Bring game back up. And let's queue up. Let's do group finder. All right, queued for all those. Remix is cool because it's a great way to level characters, but my problem with it is I already have a 70 of every class, most of which I don't play. You know, a ton. I dabble here and there. There's a transmog I want, I go for it. But I pretty much play the Paladin and my Demon Hunter. That's like what I play the most. So I don't really have the urge to, you know, grind another character. It's cool that you get transmogs and things like that, but I don't know, there's just... I think it would be different if like all the guys in my guild that were, you know, playing Remix, like they started before me, because I was not all that wild about it. It's like 2 days into it, and they were like all like level 30 already. I mean, I've just been dabbling here and there, so I got like way behind. Like their item level was in the 400s already. I am at 129, you know. And to be fair, most of them aren't even playing retail anymore. Well, I mean, they're playing retail, but they're not playing like the main game. They're playing just Remix.
perimeter. Hello, friends. We've just about secured the surface. It looks like the real fight's going to be down here. Don't worry, we've got your back. Forge ahead, brave heroes!
I haven't been in here yet. I guess someone got brained by the laser.
Looks like I'm in the market for a new assistant. Let's settle this.
I don't think I've ever done this dungeon before. Ever. I will say that MoP is where I stopped playing WoW and took a break. I bought MoP, I made my character, made my panda monk, and maybe played the very beginning starting zone, but my guild had fallen apart at that point. And I think SWOTOR came out shortly after that. Yeah, so my time in MoP is extremely limited, other than time walking dungeons. But I don't think I've done hardly any of the raids.
We made it this far? I told you the others needed some microsonic genetic alterations.
It is fun having like some of the abilities from other classes, like Blink.
We managed certain power far greater than they or their gods. It matters not. The old one will not suffer destruction. We will slay you all as easily as we slew the Andaran of old. Come, children of the Titan.
Oh, is this the boss? Hey, what's up? How's it going? Not too bad. Not too bad. Just kind of chilling and was doing a little bit of Mythic Plus earlier on my main, and then decided to jump on some remix, trying to max out my my paladin here. I'm way behind some of my guild members who are already at 70 and like maxed out gear, and it's like, bruh. I haven't had that much time to play. It's not that I've been playing some other things too. The new Fortnite season I wanted to kind of check out. I had not played Fortnite in a minute, and the new season looked interesting, so I tried that, and then it's okay. It's an acquired taste. I still enjoy Fortnite. It's just I'm not playing as much as I used to, so it's I'm not as good as I used to be, and the meta right now is a bit rough, especially playing solo.
Now, no more bloodshed. Do you remember nothing of honor, of glory on the battlefield? You who would parley with the humans, who allowed warlocks to practice their dark magics.
I debated about which class to play with for remix. I started out doing a warrior, just because I didn't have a second warrior, and I don't know. I just warrior was a little sluggish early on, and I kind of wanted to experience, because I main Ret. I wanted to experience, you know, remix as my main class. And so I ended up, I only got to about level 16, and then I said, all right, I'm just gonna re-roll a Ret.
Then you have forced my hand. I will correct the mistake I made long ago. Spirits of the wind, the earth, the water, hear my call.
Okay, so you're saying don't loot the boss?
Fool, my dark shaman have twisted
And get them from my mail.
the elements for miles around. They cannot hear you now. Once again, you prove too weak and powerless to do anything. Never powerless, Garrosh, and never alone. So, you
How does that work as far as like
against a real orc war chief?
when, you know, I guess I'm not, I don't understand how, if I loot it now, as long as I'm not clicking on the X, or is it, you get the boost like as soon as you pick it up. I thought you had to actually click on the icon, and it, you know, it boosted you. Like added to your cloak then.
Tools of a war chief. I can see it now. I can see the future.
I'll have to look into that. Thanks for the tip, though.
The world moved by the horde. My horde. The old one calls to you. Come to see.
And I'm not in my raid spec, I'm just in my Mythic Plus spec. I felt like there's enough damage to the boss to start with you know, that it's better to burn through trash faster. Plus, my Mythic Plus spec is usually what I like quest in, and my lazy ass hasn't actually specced out my my raid one. Actually, maybe I did finally do that not too long ago.
I have seen mountains of skulls and rivers of blood, and I will have my will!
Okay, you said loot everything except for the bonus XP. The XP threads drop from every boss, and if you do the entire raid and don't loot the bonus XP that drops, you'll get like 70% extra XP. Okay. So do I turn off auto loot then? Like, do I go into options and where is it? Turn off auto loot. Okay. Thank you. All right, so the drums, Ruby. Which one's the one that does? Is it the threads? Nope. Did I not get one? Or is it the? I just see these two that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just still looking for raid right now. I'm not high enough to really do much more. I'm not 70 yet. All right, let me rekey back up for that one. Which one was that one? Okay. So I'm queued for Underhold and Veil. So I want to do Gates.
Speak. Guard yourself.
All right. Some of the stats on these are not the best. I don't always add my gear. Sometimes I just wait a minute or two and then upgrade it, because I noticed that the you know, your blue items have your rare items have a extra stat on them. So I feel like it's better to upgrade those than it is to, you know, sock a higher level green.
Trust you.
Although there are constraints as far as what you can and can't upgrade.
Trust
I hate that glitch. It's like time gated based on, like, I have to be 62 to Go one more. At this level, it doesn't really cost a whole lot to... Well, those are. All right, can I do these one more time? Yep. All right. And let's blow up everything else we have here. All right. I do like that you don't get a lot of loot, and it's very, you know, you're very self-contained, and you just have your you know, your Tinker gems and your other, you know, gems on the cogwheels and what have you, meta gems or meta sockets, and you know, you're not getting like a crap ton of loot, so you have to run back to a vendor all the time. And you can literally blow up anything at the main area or using your ability. That part is really nice.
We adventure together again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my dailies done right now, and the you know, each of the group finder quests.
The land is scarred. Once the Titans used these life-giving.
Unless I'm mistaken, I feel like that's like the best way to go about leveling, is trying to bang those out each day.
Waters that kept the Vale in bloom. Their runoff into the Valley of the Four Winds created the most fertile farmland in the world. And now, the malignance of the old god has manifested itself within the waters. Such a foul, foul thing. Destroy it before it seeps deep into the soil and corrupts all of Pandaria.
Oh. I thought that was the boss. You have to like not let them get there, or as you can tell, I've never done this one. It's crazy. I got AOTC every season through Shadowlands and Dragonflight, but I have not done much in MoP. Why can't these be attacked? Those could. Or are you letting the good ones go through and you killing the bad ones? All right. I know exactly what happened there. 100%.
Oh, you have done it. The waters are pure once more. Can you feel their life-giving energies flow through you? It will take much time for the veil to heal, but you have given us hope.
It's so nice having Blink. When you're playing a class that's pretty slow, it's nice having all the movement abilities. Or at least one extra one anyway. That's on a short cooldown. Probably should use my buffs.
Son.
You gonna die or not? Going in there.
Astounding. Another chamber that looks to originate from these titans.
Yeah, before season 4 ended, we used to have, my guild used to have like 50 to 60 people online at all times. Maybe not quite that many towards the end of the season, but we used to have 3 raid teams. We had a mythic raid team and 2 heroic teams. And then one of the heroic teams died, so then we had the mythic and just the heroic. And then there was drama. And the last time they couldn't get they struggled on mythic and they broke up and left. I don't have the time with my work schedule to, you know, raid more than like twice a week, and I couldn't commit to the mythic team, so I've basically been heroic raiding. I'm happy with AOTC and running mythics and things like that. And anyway, it's been a struggle the last, especially I guess the first couple weeks of season, first 3 weeks of season 4 were okay, but the last week or two has been rough, and we didn't raid 1 week, I think, because of the holiday, and then the other week we couldn't get tanks, so I've actually started trying to gear a tank, and we basically turned my Ret into a prot. I have most of the stuff, and I know how to play it, so it's not that tough. But then there are times where like, oh, we don't have heals, and it's like, well, crap, I haven't played Holy in forever. The last time I mained Holy was in BC. So I started trying to learn that. I got a Raid Finder weapon, and, you know, it's not optimal, but I wanted to be an option for the guild because we never have problems finding DPS. Even though I'm typically one of the top 2 or 3 in our guild for DPS on our raid nights.
try your souls to their utmost.
How many bosses are in this one?
When you are fully prepared, you may enter the chamber.
Yeah, so I want to try to, you know, at least. Well, that looked like it hurt.
The corruption is amplifying. The fragments must be purged before it becomes too great. Oh, Terrans, who? Joe, the outsiders. Come, face me. Give in to your pride.
I'm not gonna res, am I?
Show me your...
Don't speak, friend. I will take you to the healers.
Nope.
So...
I will find help. Try to hold off the shore for as long as you
Oh well.
can.
You've let your pride cloud your
You're alive. I brought help.
So Hellscream's arrogance unleashed the last of the Shah. I am not surprised.
Alright. We go again.
Look here. He left his weapon behind.
Gore howl.
This means he's completely unhinged.
News to no one, Regent Lord. King Rin's fleet is converging on Orgrimmar as we speak.
Likewise, Sylvanas and I have both sent ships to support Vol'jin's revolution.
I'm warning you, Lorthamar. The Alliance is besieging the city, and we will destroy Hellscream. Your people had best stay out of our way.
It is always a pleasure to see you, Lady Proudmoore.
Come, heroes!
Yeah, so
Through the portal.
Holy is kind of in a
The
weird
siege
spot
of
for me.
Orgrimmar begins.
And I'm having to relearn, you know, macros and stuff, and trying to, like, for example, Holy Shock. Like, most of my macros, like, Word of Glory, I use as a mouse over, so it's coded so that if I'm just fighting and I use Word of Glory, it goes on myself. But if I'm, you know, need to heal somebody else, I can just, you know, mouse over and I can throw a heal off onto, you know, a teammate or something like that. Or even if it's, you know, over here, I can, you know, hit somebody with it. But with Holy Shock, because it's a DPS ability, I wasn't quite sure how to do that because I really haven't had to, you know, as Ret, we don't really have anything like that. Anyway, there was another person that kind of helped me out. I was watching another streamer and I mentioned it, and someone in their chat was, because she was talking about macros, and you know, one of the things she was trying to do, and it was like difficult, and then someone came into the chat and I said, oh, I had the same problem, you know, when I'm trying to Holy. I think they were playing maybe Shadow Priest? Anyway, maybe it was Druid. And I just basically used their macro, and now it's much better. So one of these days I will jump in Raid Finder and mess around with it again. I think it would be good to learn Holy. I don't know. I'll never. I won't say never. I do PvP. I'm not amazing at PvP. I usually get around 1800 rating. But getting above that, I think the highest I've ever gotten was right around 2100 or just below 2100. So I don't have any delusions of grandeur of trying to get to like. You know, Gladiator. I don't see that ever happening. But, you know, especially as like Holy or another spec. But I would like to learn Holy and be able to play it, you know, for shits and giggles when I'm playing with friends. You know, if we're doing like just random BGs and we need you know, a healer. And then obviously for raids and things like that, if we're down a healer, when I'm not required to be like the main healer, like if I can be like that fourth healer just to give us, you know, a little extra heals and our DPS is fine, then I'm willing to do it. But I've always been a melee focused character in MMOs. Even in Star Wars Tour, I played a Jedi Knight. I played a Sentinel. I've gotten better at playing ranged classes. You know, I've got a mage and I got a warlock and that I dabble on. And I've started to learn them, but I don't know the rotations. Like I can pretty much, you know, just do a quick glance down and I know exactly what buttons are what, and with those other classes, I'm doing a lot more of like glancing down at my toolbar, trying to see what's on cooldown and yeah, I played Ret the most. Rogue and DH the second most. When I first started playing, I played a Paladin up until about, I want to say like 50, 45, 50-ish. Forget exactly what level I was at. I was on a PvE server with a bunch of friends, and they never made it to 60. Like they stopped playing when we got into that 40 range. They went on to other games. They weren't having fun. I won't say a bunch of friends. I'd say a handful of friends. I had a couple other friends that were on a PvP server, and they were like, dude, come over here and play with us. And I was just like, man, you guys are already like 60, and I'm gonna get freaking ganked trying to level, you know. And then I was like, you know what? Let me try a rogue. So I played a rogue, and I leveled a rogue all the way through. That way I could stealth, and because I was on a PvP server, I was on Mal'Ganis. And it was a primarily horde server, and you know, they didn't give two shits. I mean, they were just like, you know, Alliance, you're dead. So having the stealth was great, and I really got to learn the rogue pretty good. So I mained the rogue all the way into BC, and then when they allowed server transfers, I transferred my paladin off
Scout on ahead
to Mal'Ganis, and then shortly after that we what do you call it, why does this look familiar? Like this is the same. Oh, we went left last time. This is right. Right? Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so I transferred my paladin, and then when Wrath came out, Ret was stupid broken, like ridiculously broken, and I decided to give it a try again, and I just loved it, and I've been maining Ret again ever since, up until Shadowlands. Demon Hunter I started to play in Legion. I took a break after Cataclysm, like shortly after Pandera started. Well, that did not go off on him, now did it? Yeah, Ret was ridiculously broken, and I really enjoyed it, so I mained that. Legion came along, I made a demon hunter. It was so different than Ret, and Ret was kind of the slow plodding class, and being able to move around and fly around, and that demon hunter was just it was so good. And then when Shadowlands came out, I only ever dabbled, and honestly I didn't really know the rotation for demon hunter. I didn't really like look up any videos. I just kind of dabbled on it and just enjoyed the class. And then when Shadowlands came out, I think it was right around the time that I want to say, so Kyrian was the best covenant for Ret, and I liked Kyrian and the abilities and Divine Toll and what have you. And then they changed it so that you had to go, it wasn't Necrolord, it was a Night Fae? I feel like Kyrian was best for both PvP and PvE. You needed to go Venthyr for Prot, and I think, and then Night Fae for Ret, I think it was. And I was like, dude, I don't want to do that. And then for PvP, I had to be Necrolord, but you could only, like, you know, choose one. And so I changed from Kyrian, I think, to Necrolord, because I was really trying to focus on PvP. And then, or no, maybe it was, I forget now. But I grinded one, had to grind another one, and then it went, I think it was just Necrolord was best of slot for everything. So I went Necrolord, and then it was like, you gotta, you know, we're changing it up again, and now it was Kyrian and Necrolord. So you were Kyrian for PvE and Necrolord for PvP. And I was just like, now granted they did make it so that you could swap back and forth. And so I was like, all right, you know, it's fine, whatever. But it was the fact that one of the covenants I had not done yet, and I needed to be that covenant. And so at that point, I was really playing my Demon Hunter a lot, and I was starting to like really study. I was watching like Jedith and his videos, and I was really just kicking ass on my Demon Hunter, and I just really fell in love with it. And so for season 3, I swapped my main. And at the time, what I loved about Demon Hunter was that Night Fae was best in slot for everything. And so at the end of season 2, I was made the decision, and I was playing it, and season 3 started, and then I think after the first patch into season 3, Demon Hunter changed to trying to remember. Demon Hunter went from Night Fae to Necrolord for PvP. It was Night Fae for everything because the hunt was ridiculous. Alright. Then it was Necrolord because you needed the extra shield from Fleshcraft. Now what? Oh, there's the chain. Welcome back, Black Fuse. And then they changed it again. The Sinful Brand meta came up. So then I had to grind yet another one. So there I was. I was pissed at that point. But here I was yet again having to grind another, you know, Covenant. And anyway, so then we came into Dragonflight, and for the first season of Dragonflight, I was still maining the DH, and I enjoyed it. I felt like I was doing a really, really good job, but my guild had a crap ton of DHs. Like, I think we had 3 or 4 people that were maining DH in our raid team, and I was probably like third or fourth in DPS among them, but they were all really good players. Anyway, at that point I was just like, well, I'm not as good as they are. I clearly don't have the rotation down quite as good as they are, because in some cases I was even like, I had better gear, like slightly better, but I was slightly behind in DPS. Anyway, so when season 2 came out, I decided to go back to my Paly, and I was playing my Paly the whole time. I was, you know, we had two heroic teams, but one team was also running normal, so I ran my Paly through the normal raid quite a bit. And then when they did the Paly rework, I think that is when, I forget what season that was in Dragonflight, but when they reworked Paladin and took away a couple of the buttons, kind of like morphed a few of the abilities into other abilities, it just simplified it a little bit, and it made it not so tedious to play. And I really actually started to love Paladin again, and that's what been making sense. Still dabble on the Demon Hunter. My Demon Hunter is not far behind. I mean, he's probably close to 490 item level compared to, what am I at? Well, wrong character. I think my main is like 514. Now I'm at the point now where I really enjoy Paladin, and the game is also at a point where I'm kind of burnt out on it a little bit, and my desire to play alts and redo, especially because it's season 4 of, you know, we're redoing content we've already done. It's just like, I've already done these raids before. I don't want to do them again. Same thing with the mythics, like they've all been done before. Anyway, so like running them through again on my Paladin is one thing. Running them through on my Paladin and then on you know, my other classes, not so much. All right. Yeah, but you don't need shoulder. What is our shoulder? First, that's good. Blow that up. Wrist, we have better wrists. Better hands, better weapon. Legs are avoidance, which are, we're better off there. Mastery. Critical strength, better. Let's blow these ones up. Let's, there's no, I could use my toy, but no point in wasting a 3-hour cooldown when there's a inn over here with a mailbox. Let's see what I missed. at 62. I think I can there's something I can upgrade again, but oh wait, no big deal. Have a freedom macro yet? Because I can't remember if I recreated my Blessing of Freedom macro. Nope. Alright, I need to do that.
Think you have won? We are orcs, pure of blood, commanded by the greatest war chief who ever lived.
I'll do that when we get out of this one.
Will fill this bay.
Actually, if I have time to do it now. Macros. Mouse over. Copy. New. Blessing of Freedom.
Well done.
And
Landing party, form up. Footmen to the front.
The Dragonmar supporting the war chief.
Yes, my scouts
Alright.
learned all about this one.
now I should be able to
Lord Zayla. Bring her
freedom somebody
down,
or
and the rest of the Dragonmar
myself.
will crumble.
We're going to need some serious firepower.
Commandeer those towers. Turn the anti-air batteries around and blast her from the sky. Some of you should stay behind to hold the landing zone.
Dragonmar clan, retake the docks and push them into the sea in the name of Hellscream and the True Hall.
Here they come.
Dragonmar, advance!
All right.
Scream! Bring it down!
She's turning her siege weapons on her. One down, one to go.
I'm assuming that normally doesn't take. Normally takes a lot longer for that one thing to die, so she can finish her communication, her lines of dialogue. Sure is a slow fight. It reminds me of God, what's the one up in Mount Hyjal where, like, even when you're trying to solo it, waiting for all the RP is just such a pain in the ass.
Dragon Maw! Advance! Next squad, push forward!
I've conjured a blizzard. Lead them into it.
They're already dead. Oh, except for one.
That's both of them.
Thanks, Jaina.
Fire the cannons!
It worked. The proto-drake is falling. We've done it.
That was a long ass fight, I'll tell you that much.
We'll hold the docks for the remaining landing parties. Follow the path to the gates of Orgrimmar and make contact with Vol'jin and his revolutionaries.
We'll see if he's managed to keep up his end of the bargain.
Our casualties. They be heroes, no doubt about that. Blessing of the earth be upon them.
I'm getting tired, chat. I don't want to freaking work tomorrow either. That sucks. It is what it is. I volunteered for it. We're down a man at work. But I hate working weekends.
Machine, but the gate still stands. You will not take Orgrimmar today.
Anudora!
Look, maybe that wasn't a. I think that was a boss. Why am I not getting XP?
What? Corkran! To the gate! Now!
At them, my sisters, for Kalimdor!
I guess I could res that person. Hey, we're raiding Orgrimmar. We're all not gonna be happy. Or what's his name? I think in this time period it's somebody else's Hellscream. Is he the leader of the Horde?
I am so sorry. Together now. Please, let us just go back to the turtle.
Sorry, I'm not Asmongold. I don't know all those. I can't remember all those little itty bitty details. His memory for the game is insane. I just realized I have not done laundry. Alright. I need to do. What I might do, chat, is I wasn't planning on being on that long. So initially was just, you know, I knew it was gonna be a test stream. Hey, what's up, man? I'm testing out some new settings and stuff. One more boss to go. You're probably not familiar with this. Is WoW Remix. Basically what they did was they released updates to old expansions, and basically it's a new way to like level, and you get there's new like gear and transmogs and things you can unlock, which is kind of cool. But I'm only doing it on one character. I'm not really like, it's not a ton that I want. I have friends who are playing a bunch of characters and grinding it through, but to me it's just like I don't want to make yet another character. Like I'm happy with my main. I'm playing like one primary alt, but I'm just doing this because there were a couple transmogs that I really wanted, I've gotten, I think, all but one now. I'll have to double check on which one, if there's one more. But I also want to at least get to 70 because it's so quick to grind 70. And I'm at 62 now, so I'm so close. So basically, this is kind of like you play Remix, get to 70, and then you can transfer once Remix is over, transfer this character to your main server. Well, I guess it's already on the main server, but it'll be brought into like the current. It will no longer be a Remix character. But what's cool about this is like you actually. Like you don't actually get, you get loot, but it's a different kind of loot. It's remix loot, and you actually get like special gems that give you special like stats and powers and abilities. So like I actually can get like Warrior Leap or Vanish as a paladin. So you can actually get like, you know, you can get like one special movement ability from other classes. So for me, I've got Blink on my paladin right now, mage, because paladins are so slow. So it's nice having an extra movement ability. And then there are other like little ones, like this ability here. I can turn into a ball of lightning and literally shock the hell out of my opponent. And there's all kinds of like new abilities and things that make it kind of different. You know, it's not the same leveling experience, which is cool. But I'm testing out some new settings. I redid my UI a little teeny bit. It's pretty much the same as it was, but I'm not streaming on Kick anymore. As I was saying earlier in the stream, the last couple times I've streamed, I've had some kind of odd and shady interactions coming to my chat, and like it's just weird. Like literally, like everyone ended up getting blocked. Not everyone. Like the number of times it's happened, each person ended up getting blocked because they were doing something that wasn't great. Whether it was spamming something in chat or self-promotion or yeah. So I'm still multi-streaming, but I'm only doing it now to Twitch and YouTube. And the reason for that is that Twitch blows out my VODs after I think a month, whereas they live on YouTube for a long time. And then plus any highlights and things, any videos that I would edit would still go to YouTube anyway, so I'm always going to have a YouTube channel. So I figured I might as well just stream to both. And then I only have 2 chats I have to worry about. I can get rid of some of the other, what do you call it? Some of the add-ons that I was using and some of the bots and things I was having to use to, you know, mix the chat together. And it was just a lot of like crap to deal with. Whereas I can just use, I use, what is it? Streamlabs for my notifications and things and my alerts. I've always done that for Twitch. I don't use Streamlabs as far as like their custom UI elements, just their ability to like, if someone were to follow, an alert comes up, I use their integration that way with my custom graphics that I've built, you know. I'm just running regular OBS. So I run regular OBS, and then I use Streamlabs for like if someone, you know, follows, like for example, I can just do a quick let's see here, yeah, streaming alerts, alert box. So I'll do like a pretend one. So like I still use Streamlabs. So like if I did like a test, you know, Twitch subscription.
Taking your first step into a larger world.
Now you get an echo because it's playing also on Let me see if I mute the channel here. Let me mute site. So now you should only get it once. Let's try this.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
There you go. So that's my custom graphic, which I'm actually going to replace. I want to do something that's different because I realize when people post a longer message, it doesn't fit in the bar going through the mouth. It messes up the text. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a very basic kind of icon that pops up, and then I'll have the text either below or above it or something like that. And that way it's always in the same place. That's the one thing I haven't done yet, is redone my alert pop-ups and things. But like on my camera, like down below, it has my most recent sub, which was you probably months ago. But it has, you know, the way it's set up is over here is my most recent subscriber on YouTube, and then my most recent subscriber on Twitch, and then my most recent donator, and then over here on the, you know, this there on that side will be the top donator for the session. Right now it's just set up because I just was setting it up. It's the all-time top donator, or maybe not all-time, but like maybe it was like 30 days ago, or it was something that actually had text in it, because if I did session, no one's donated today, so it would be just blank and you wouldn't see anything. So I was trying to figure out how to fit it in and line it up and everything like that, and so I needed something with text, so I had to go back a little ways to get a larger donation. But yeah, so now all my graphics are set up, and it's literally just Twitch, YouTube, and it's much easier to keep track of. I can't actually get members yet on YouTube because I need 1,000 followers. So I'm just doing what way YouTube works is, if you're probably familiar, is that a member is actually like a Twitch sub, whereas a subscription on YouTube is like a follow on Twitch. So right now I have the far right one being just people who basically follow me on YouTube. But it's also like, for me, I want to know, you know, I've had people come in my stream and just not say anything. They're just lurking, but they'll drop a follow. I want to be alerted to that, so I can be like, oh, hey, thanks for following, you know, and actually acknowledge them. Maybe that encourages them to chat. Same thing with donations. Granted, I rarely ever get a donation, but I want to have make sure that when someone does donate, it pops up on screen, so they're, you know, they get an acknowledgement from, you know, mechanically from the stream, from the alert, and then it also will alert me. And granted, I do have my event log, so I can see that and, you know, look over, but if I'm not actively paying attention to that and something happens, if I don't have an alert on, then I might miss it. So and same thing with like a regular sub too. You know, if someone comes in and subs, I want to, you know, make sure I acknowledge that, you know, especially anything that is like bits, or, you know, bits can happen so often, and I know you can customize the amount. I didn't want to have to deal with like limiting it to $1 or limiting it to whatever, but in small amounts, people will cheer bits so much, and it plays the alert so often that I wanted to kind of just limit it to, you know, the big things like subs and donations and things like that. I may reconsider bits at some point, or super chats on YouTube if I ever get there, you know, as far as large enough following, because you have to be at like 1,000 followers, and I think I only have like 200 and something on YouTube right now. But again, you know, that's partially my fault for not streaming for, you know, quite a long time. I took a pretty big break, and then when I did come back, it was just dabbling here and there. But, you know, Kick was like, the thought process of streaming on multiple platforms was, once Twitch, as an affiliate, I couldn't, for one. When Twitch opened it up, my thought process was, it doesn't hurt, you know, to stream to all the platforms, and then, you know, it's more exposure. You know, not that I have any delusions of grandeur, you know, blowing up and being the next big streamer, but it's just more exposure. You know, it's kind of like, why do people post on TikTok? You know, I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. I have, you know, a profile, and I go on there once in a blue moon, but I'm not like, I have friends who get on there and they're just non-stop going through TikTok. To me, it's just like, you know, I am on Instagram and some others, you know, but I don't know. I haven't found that huge love for TikTok like others have, but people go on TikTok and started using it because their algorithm is different, and they get, you know, people will see them and they come find them, and it's been a great way to get exposure. So that's one of the things I did do is I now have, let me see if I can actually, this is probably going to go wonky on, yeah, so if you see my, no, it doesn't show OBS. I think I have to turn that feature off in the settings. There's a setting to make OBS transparent. So if I show my right monitor, but basically it is a way for me to we'll do this the old-fashioned way. All right. Now we'll go full cam. This is the boomer in me, chat. Can you see that? So in the lower, right there, on my OBS, right there, is a vertical app that allows me to literally, if something happens in game, I can just push a button and it will take the last minute of my stream, and it puts I'm gonna make it full screen here. So it literally will, you know, take the center of my game and my camera, and I put a little frame around it and whatever. So I'm gonna try to, you know, I probably won't post a ton to TikTok, but it's like if something really crazy happens in game, or like, you know, I've started playing Fortnite again, here and there. So like if there's some crazy thing that happens, or I do something really stupid in Fortnite, or some guy owns me, or, you know, I die to fall damage, like, you know, I'm not gonna be posting like all the time, but if something really, really good happens, or something that just cracks me up or whatever, I can hit the button, get the last minute, and then just edit the clip down and post it. So I'll probably be posting on TikTok a little bit, you know, here and there. But you know, it's more about just more platforms, and just getting some content out there. You know, I probably shouldn't talk about that. Anyway, you never know what can happen, and it's always good to have a backup plan, and it doesn't hurt to stream more. And, you know, I game so much, I might as well stream while I'm, you know, gaming. And I'm just at the point now where I don't give a shit about a lot of stuff, and I'm not gonna deal with toxicity. And that was another thing that you know, got me away from streaming, was just I had some racist a-holes come in my chat, and I had trouble getting rid of them. I finally got them banned, and then had the issues with Kick and the weird people coming in and people trying to say, you know, like, they weren't view botting, but they were like promising like weird stuff, and it was just, and it happened every time I streamed on Kick. Not every time, but many times. It never happened on Twitch or YouTube, but it was always on Kick, and it was just weird. And I just had a bad vibe from it. And then, you know, the people that own Kick, you know, it's backed by gambling people, which is nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gambling, but it's not my thing. And I just didn't want to, you know, I don't know. I just felt like I enjoy Twitch and I enjoy YouTube. And those are places that I'm, you know, when I'm bored, I'm either watching a stream on Kick, or sorry, on Twitch, or watching some video on YouTube, or a streamer. There's a few streamers I watch on YouTube. And I get entertainment out of that. And so I figured, why not just stick with the platforms that I use? The only exception will be TikTok, but that won't be like, I'm not going to live stream to TikTok. Well, actually, I can't because I don't have enough of a following there. But I don't foresee myself ever like live streaming there. I think that will be more of a place where I would just like post the occasional fun clip, kind of like I used to do on Instagram. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm back streaming. I'm gonna try to do this. It's a weird time because my raid team, as I was saying earlier, they've kind of, we haven't broken up. I think everyone's playing other things right now, and they're just burnt out because season 4 is a much of a redo, and we've already beat all this content. And then Remix came out, and a lot of people are playing Remix, and it's just, there's not a lot of people playing now. But the new WoW expansion beta comes out next week. I'll probably be online dabbling with the beta, trying out Ret and the new talent pools and things like that. So that'll be fun. I will be playing Fortnite. So I'm already level 31, I think, for the season, and that's without buying any boosts. I bought the battle pass with V-Bucks that I already had, and that's all I'm doing. I'm trying not to buy any skins. I'm really limiting what I spend money on as far as video games go. If there's something I really, really want, I'll get it, but I'm not spending like I used to back in the day. I'm just trying to be much smarter with my money because having a house sucks. It's great, but it sucks. But yeah, so I don't know how many nights a week I'll stream. I'm not gonna have a set schedule. It'll be coming home from, I mean, I'm working tomorrow night, so that's a bit different because I'm filling in for somebody. But it'll be more like I just come home. Do I feel like getting on and streaming and gaming? If I do, I'm gonna do it. But I'm not gonna be like every night, you know, 7 p.m. to midnight. Like, I can't do that. It burnt me out before doing it every single night. It got to being a grind, and I wasn't enjoying it. So I'm going to just kind of, you know, do it when I feel like it. And if I feel like just gaming one night and not streaming, I'll do it. But you should be seeing more of me, though. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It just gotta be in the right mindset. That's all. Yeah, I think I've got everything set up. My stream PC is old as dirt. It's like 7 years old now, I think it is, and I can't update it anymore for Windows. So at some point that's gonna have to go. I mean, it will run, but it just won't get any more updates. And there could be driver issues as things get outdated. So the only thing that would change with my setup would be I still want to have a 2-stream setup, but I'm going to at some point, not this year, I can't afford it, but maybe after the 50 series graphics cards come out, I want to try to save and save and save, and then hopefully nothing crazy with the house happens. My laptop is probably 8 years old. And so what I'm thinking about doing is the latest Elgato capture card. I think it's the 4KX or something like that. All the reviews are saying it's better than some of the internal cards now. It's better than the internal card I have in my stream PC. So what I think I might do is upgrade the laptop at some point, and then use the laptop to stream like I used to do back in the day. The problem was back in the day, the external cards couldn't handle the graphics, the frame rates. You couldn't do 1440 at 144. Like, you couldn't do that back then. You had to be 1080 and 60 frames on those external cards. They've come so far now in the last couple of years. There's finally some good ones out there. So, but that's, you know, gonna be a good chunk of change. But like I said, you know, I do travel, and for work and things like that. I do have my work computer, but I can't put anything on that. So I need to have a decent my laptop can't get any more updates for Windows. It's still on Windows 10, and Windows 10 starting, I think, next year, October, maybe it's August, I forget, but it's at some point next year there'll be no more updates for Windows 10. And the CPU is such a low level or lower tiered CPU. I mean, not lower level, but like, it's old enough where you cannot upgrade. Like my main computer, I upgraded to Windows 11 because it's, you know, it has a fairly new 3-year-old CPU. So I was able to upgrade to Windows 11, my main computer. But the other two, laptop and my stream PC, it just it doesn't meet the requirements. So yeah, it's a yikes for those. At some point they're gonna have to be retired, and I don't have the money to do it now. But when I do that, I'm gonna redo my setup. So I'm gonna have to move everything off the stream PC to the new laptop, try to set that up, and I think it should work from what I've read and some of the videos I've seen on the new capture cards. I think it's about $200 for the new capture card. So it'll be that and the cost of a laptop, depending on what I get. I don't know that I'm gonna get top of the line, but when the new 50 series cards come out, the 40 series laptop should drop significantly in price. And the laptop won't be my main, you know, gaming device, so it doesn't have to be like top of the line. You know, it can be, you know, a little bit lower tier. I just want something I can game on when I travel. Anyway, but that's not happening for at least I would say at least a year, if not longer. It just depends on, you know, I still have to get my house painted. I got to replace my driveway and replace my deck. And there's one other thing I have to do. Oh, and my AC unit is 15 years old, and they usually last like 10 to 12. So I just know that sort of Damocles is hanging over the head of my AC unit. It didn't help that it got a tree dropped on it earlier this spring. It still works, but it definitely, you know, I'm not holding out hope that it's going to last another 5 years. You know, I need to be ready for when that expense comes up. So, you know, like when my roof happened this year, and that was such a pain in the ass. And super, super expensive. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, thank the laws of physics you're here.
Don't forget to heal yourself, buddy. Yeah, no more, where? Bro, what are you doing? And Kick as a platform is, you know, it's basically Twitch. It's the same UI, same. I mean, it's so similar. But it's like, I don't know. I no longer have that desire, or not even delusion of grandeur of like. 'Cause I never really thought like I would be. I thought at one point in time like maybe I could get enough of a following at some point to make some extra money and, you know, supplement my income. And now it's like I'm not even thinking about that now. Now it's just like you know, I'm just gonna play and have fun. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with like all the extra, you know, the chat bots and the, you know, it's hard enough setting things up to stream as it is, let alone having to manage multiple accounts and bots, and some work well with others. Like I really like Streamlabs, but they don't have a kick setting. Now they may eventually one day, but they don't have it now. And so I had to use like another one, and that one was kind of clunky. And anyway. That it? I guess that was it. That was easy. But yeah, so it's just, you know, as I was saying before, I enjoy YouTube quite a bit. It's growing on me. I still like the interface of Twitch better. But I do spend quite a bit of time on YouTube when I'm, you know, if I'm at work and I'm on my lunch break, or there's not a lot going on at work, you know, I'll watch videos and stuff like that. And if I'm trying to figure out like how to build X or do what, like, you know, paint my house or whatever, YouTube's where I go. That's my tutorial, man. YouTube's such a great platform for that kind of thing. So, and like I was saying, let me see here. Videos, YouTube. Go to my channel. Videos, live. Like for example, these are all my past streams. Back to 7 months ago. 6 months ago. Like this is when I started streaming on YouTube. Everything's still here. You know? You don't get that with Twitch. It goes away after a month, which is fine, you know. And I think as you get partnered, I think it goes to 2 months, or if you pay for Twitch Turbo, you can get 2 months out of it. But you know, it's like this allows me to, and plus, like when I talk to family or friends, if I say I stream on Twitch, they're like, oh, what's that? You know. Now people who game, most people know what Twitch is. Although I didn't when I can't remember when I first, I think when it was Overwatch when I first learned about Twitch, and I was like, I can't believe I didn't know about this. You know, all this time there was a place where us geeks can game, and you know, anyway. But You know, it's just if I say to a family member, "Oh, I stream," "Oh, where do you stream?" I say, "You know, check me out on YouTube." Most of them have a YouTube account, so that's the other reason why I feel like multi-streaming, and being on the two platforms, they're the two biggest platforms by far, for video game streaming. You know, Facebook is pretty much dead. I don't know that it's dead, but you know, Mixer's dead. It's gone. Facebook gaming, I hate the UI. I'm hardly ever on Facebook anymore. I do use Messenger for like keeping in touch with friends or reaching out to friends instead of just texting. I find it easier than texting sometimes. But I rarely post on Facebook. I might post like once a month now, if even that. Sometimes it'll be like once or twice in a row, like, oh, I saw this, it was funny. Oh, this happened in my life, you know, and I'll post. But it's not like it used to be back in the day, man. Oh shit, I got a trinket. Prismatic trinket. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. You know, I wanted to simplify things. I wanted to get back into streaming, and I felt like YouTube, like I literally like stopped having cable because of Twitch, because I find so much entertainment just, you know, when I'm making dinner or if I'm just, you know, home on the couch. Like I have Twitch on my TV at home. Like I'll find a stream to watch, you know, especially GTA RP. There's so many good streamers and content on that. Like I don't need TV other than for sports. That's really all I really use it for. And like, you know, I will watch the occasional newscast, or if there's a big breaking story, like I'll, you know, go to one of the major networks, or you know, I try to find ones that are down the middle, not lean left or right. You know, but if I want to, like, oh, XYZ, you know, there was a huge tornado somewhere, I'll either try to find something on the internet where I can watch, or I will, you know, go to find some site. But other than that, like, it's mainly sports, and then, you know, that's what you watch on TV. That's it. I don't really have a need for cable much anymore, other than internet. And I have fiber for that.
Good brew requires an abundance of love.
Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, whatever. When it comes time to update my system, which again won't be until at least next year, and might even be like late next year. And by update my system, I mean replace my laptop. I might, my current system, I don't really need to replace the CPU. It's not that old. It's only about 3 years old. I might next year replace the power supply just so I can upgrade the video card to a 50 series card when those comes out. But that would be all I would do, is just replace the power supply, upgrading to like a 1000 watt instead of the 850 that I have. And the 50 series cards out here are ridiculous. Am I going the wrong way? I have no idea what I'm doing. I have not done this scenario yet. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'll finish out these scenarios. I need to do laundry. So maybe what I'll do is I'll take a break, stop stream once I get through these scenarios. And then I might jump back on for a little bit of Fortnite. I don't have to go to bed like right when I normally would on a work night, because I'm working night side tomorrow night, which is gonna suck to turn around. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow night because I have to work, and when I get home, it's literally gonna be going straight to bed. But I might be up tomorrow before work, and I might mess around and jump online. We'll see. We'll play it by ear tonight. But I can feel myself getting tired. It's only 9 o'clock, and I actually need to get a workout in too. So maybe I will call it after this. I'll get my laundry going, do my workout. I didn't work out yesterday because I got home and I had a blister develop on the ball of my foot, and it was a cardio day yesterday, and I wanted to give that time to kind of rest a little bit, you know. I don't even know what was hitting me. I was standing in the circle, maybe? Maybe one of those hit me. Well, that is not macro either, is it? Nope. Do that real quick. All right. I went to lay on hands my teammate, and lay on hands myself, and I was full health. This is good timing though, because I'm maxing out. I'm about to cap my rested XP. Yeah, there we go, another level. Nice. All right. I forget where my next town point goes. It does come all the way down. Okay. For Mythic. And then we need these two. I think that might be it. Let's turn this quest in. I think that might do it for me. We'll see. Did I already turn in my quest for that? What's this one? Oh, it's for dungeons.
Protect the truth.
Alright, I am not going to do the dungeon tonight. I'll be short one, but that's fine. Go park in a rested XP area. I'm going to call it because I need to get my workout in. I need to do laundry. And then if I have time after that stuff's done, and I can jump back on for a little bit, I might. But let's just assume I won't be. Let's see if I'm gonna be tired after my workout. So yeah, chat, I'm gonna call it there. Thanks those that wrong one. All right, thank you for those that stopped in. I appreciate it. Again, we are back just on YouTube and Twitch this time, and we're gonna keep it there, keep it simple. But yeah, I hope to be on more often, and we will see you around. I might be on tomorrow. before work. But then during the week should be a lot more like 7, and after streams up until about 11 o'clock ish. There's a 4-hour window there where I come in. If my guild's raiding, hopefully, well, I'll find out. We just did a poll if we want to continue raiding. We usually raid Sunday, Mondays. If we're going to take the rest of the season off, then so be it. But once War Within comes out in August, we think August, late August, we should be back at it. But in the meantime, I'll be playing some other games too. So again, like I said, I got back into Fortnite. A couple other games I want to play. So I'll be dabbling here and there. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. There's always games going on, and who knows? Maybe we'll do some other stuff, But maybe we'll do some workout streams. That's not happening. Oh, I guess I could drag my laptop out to my garage where I have a little makeshift gym, but yeah, my fat ass ain't gonna be on camera working out. So until the next time, have a good night, and we'll see you. Peace.